Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing good. I did remember what I was thinking about too is, a Satanist. I wonder how they've been doing, judging themselves since they feel as though they're God, because everybody knows they've been going through judgment, um, even if they don't want to admit it. You've been examining yourself. So, like the powers that should never have been and the powers that are no more are pretend powers that never were. Um, they don't hear God. So, yeah, that's their mistake. But I'll get back to what I was going to say about that. Yeah, I light my cigarette and think about it. Oh, definitely been a time of reflection, and even though there's some that claim they believe in God and they believe that Judgment Day is near, they don't really know how near because Satan is getting in there and saying, hey, nothing to worry about. Of course he is. He's trying that with everybody, you know, except he don't try it with me. He can't. Nobody gets in this head at all. There's only room for one God in my head, and that's the Almighty. So, yeah, I just can't be gotten to. So, I really don't feel so sorry for the ones that are actually doing rituals. I don't feel sorry for them at all. I feel sorry for the ones that are being tricked and don't realize they are. And then when you actually realize it, um, it's really not your downfall. It was theirs. That type of thing. So you're not the stupid one because somebody lied. That type of thing. So they like to believe that they're so intelligent above you because they can trick you. And that's not only dirty and moral and will be dealt with, it's they think it's demeaning to you, but actually you're actually honored because you're being honed by God to be a warrior like that. So anytime somebody does something cruddy to you, that's the karma thing. That's where it's not allowed. So yeah, I did have more to say on that. Them thinking they were God. Oh yeah. Um, I've said it before, but that being made in God's image doesn't make us God. Doesn't give us God powers. Like I say, they work together to make it appear like things are of their own volition because they work together like that. And it's nothing they can do for themselves. They cannot foresee. They cannot will. All they can do is trick and act filthy and make excuses for themselves. So, what excuse you making for your little spells you casting today, huh? Pretend gods. Your body might be made out of the same material, but your mind and your heart isn't. That's a fact. Nobody born on this earth was born innocent. And the Son of God was born innocent for us, died for our sins for us, and they ignore that because they killed him. That's the bloodline that murdered. So, if you got somebody in your life that's ignoring the facts, and they're just blatant and pushy about it and they don't care, well, neither do I. I really don't. I'll go it one further. I want them dead. I mean, sacrificing anything, anything, any kind of ritualistic, demonistic, for whatever reason, I have no time for. So, yeah. Well, was gonna make a longer video, but really that's pretty much about the extreme of it. I know that we were judged, and the reason I know is because I knew it was gonna end with me. I would watch all of God's kids be judged, and then I would watch Satan's kids being judged and literally emptied of their energy one by one before my eyes, no matter how they pretend. So, time's almost up. It really is getting near. It really, really is. Wait till these storms come and stuff. I mean, things aren't normal, and this isn't just a planetary system. This is God's presence in our lives that's smashing shit up. And if you think, really, if you think that it isn't dangerous not to be alert and aware of that, this is not an Illuminati game, no matter what they want to say. You know, I told you before, the book of Revelations, God said, okay, you want to play that? We'll play along too, only we'll make it real. You pretend, and when you're done pretending, smackdown. So, and that is true. And see, that's one that the demons do know. They know. They saw it ahead of time. They were showing ahead of time exactly what would happen anytime they entered into a bargain with the devil. So if you're bargaining with the devil and you don't want to be dirty, you like nice, clean, warm beds and warm food and nice clothes to wear and good air to breathe. You like all the good things, like a nice person to talk to and all that stuff. Well, better think of who you're serving, because time's getting short. So, yeah. And I'm about ready to start pushing these things off the fence. Well, I have been. So, like you see somebody that just like maybe last month they were pretty good looking and they were maybe like a celebrity, or they could sing. Somebody could sing and all of a sudden, oop, can't sing no more. Oh, what happened? Satan's getting old. His time's up. That's what that is. That is what that is. Their powers are waning because they're fake. You know? If you think about it, if we're made of the earth and we only live, say, oh, like maybe 80 years, whatever, and the earth is, even if it was 88 years old, it would be older than the oldest human that could ever live. And we're made out of the earth yet. That's what has been said. Um, why don't we live longer if we're of that? Because we're not quite like that. So it's kind of like in correlation with God, um, pretending you're God. Just because you're kind of like that doesn't mean you are that. So, well, I'm going to cut this one off. It's pretty much a message for the powers that used to be. Um, It's not that you're going to battle anything, you're losing your powers. They never were. It's just the strength that was in your combined soul. And God's kids got a whole soul all by theirself. That is being like God. That is true God given abilities, I guess we'll call it, that you don't possess and never will, no matter what you try and do. So, like Evil would say, good luck. Well, well, well. So. Sorry to my subs. I love you. I can't. I don't have enough words. There aren't enough filthy words in my vocabulary to describe um, how small I feel of them towards them. You know, how small they look to me, and how like puppety clowns and that type of wow. It's almost worse than like when you're a little kid and you have a crush on somebody and you gotta dress just right to impress them and watch how you eat and watch what you say and phony here, phony there, phonies in their underwear, whatever. But yeah, um, yeah. So it's not gonna be long. And today doesn't bother me in the least. In fact, when 911 happened and my kids came home and I heard something so vile towards me and my kids, that was the last day I felt love in my heart for anybody that displayed any kind of filth in my life. I cut it off right there. That was the day. It was like, yeah, I have no words for it. I might tell you someday the exact thing, but this tonight isn't the night. The story's good enough for now, but I'm gonna let it go. I'll probably do a little longer one tomorrow. I just wanted to put this out there that even if you were judging yourself, Freemasons, what kind of grade would you give yourself and what excuses would you use for your faults and your flaws and your filth? Carry on. Carry far on. So, well, subs, ones in, with your right mind and your righteous hearts, um, just hang in there. Won't be long now. You can feel it easing up anyway. You can feel it like the grip's loosening. It is. And you will be avenged. And I love you. So just stay cool. Good night. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.